Well, tonight we are continuing to track every new development on that massive puppy bust in Allegan County we've been talking about. More than 350 dogs covered in filth were seized from a home. New tonight, we know the owner of the dogs did not have any of the proper licensing, but when we confronted her today, she continued to defend herself. Right now, the Allegan Animal Shelter is shut down to the public as employees and volunteers work to find homes for all those dogs. Steve Kelso spent the day at the animal shelter. He'll show you how dozens of people are stepping up to help. But we begin in Allegan with Leon Hendricks. He's live to tell us what the owner had to say about all this. Leon?
Well, Sue, good evening. She had a lot to say, seemed very frustrated by the whole ordeal. She's now given up her rights to the dogs, most of which are still here in the animal shelter. You can see being taken care of by the onslaught of volunteers that have come out to help as a criminal investigation takes place and the scramble to find homes for these pups carries on.
Yeah, I care about them. I've raised them for 40 years.
It was no secret that a dog lover lived here. Front porch signs of Shih Tzu at play. But it seems to be a bit of a surprise that the sign meant more than 350 dogs covered in feces and living in filth. At first, our knocks unanswered. Then she came out.
And you better not have that camera rolling either.
Hold on. That's his job, is to get sound and video.
Is that camera rolling?
Of course it is.
With obvious ire and frustration, she says she signed her rights to the dogs away. Much of her fretting now over reports that the dogs were ill.
The dogs weren't sick, for one thing. And your buddy plastered it all over the news last night that my dogs were sick.
So how were they? They looked like they were covered in feces.
Yeah, I was sick and my husband was sick. I got behind in grooming, but they weren't sick.
Shelter staff say that the dogs had obviously been fed and aside from the filth were mostly healthy, but covered in feces that wouldn't have lasted long. With the dogs gone, an opportunity to clean up their mess at the house, gallons and gallons of new bleach to help get the job started.
Hey.
After she tried to wave down a passing sheriff's deputy to boot us from her property, we had one more obvious question.
Do you think 250 dogs was too much?
Probably.
Probably, as the fallout of one of the biggest, if not the biggest, animal seizures in this area's history continues to unfold.
If that's on TV tonight, I will get a lawyer.
Once the prosecutor gets the case, there's a chance she'll need one.
350 is the number and counting. That's because a lot of the dogs were actually pregnant when they were seized. So puppies are being born, obviously adding to the workload here. We did check to see if the homeowner had a kennel license. They did not, though they did have 10 dog licenses in the past. All of those had expired, and here in Allegan County, you're required to license your dog to keep it in the county. Reporting live at the Allegan County Animal Shelter, Leon Hendricks, 24-hour News 8.